Hey guys, it's Jake from the Catnap Podcast, and if you enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing to the SideCats YouTube channel. What's going on, everyone? This is Jake and Brandon. We can't stay in Origin, and you're listening to the Catnap Podcast. On this week's episode, we don't know what we're doing, really. We have a loose plan, but we'll explain why that is in a minute. Joining me as always, Brandon, my co-host. Brandon, what's going on? What's new? How are you? How are things?
I got some things going on. I mean,
big things?
Not big things.
I stumped you with that one.
You did. You made everything that I had kind of built up there immediately knocked down. I mean, I did some things this week. I did a thing this week, I guess I should say.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. A thing happened, and that's why this podcast is all stupid today.
We'll talk about that as well.
And we'll talk about that as well. I mean, got to keep you watching somehow. Yeah, I mean, some little things going
on. When did the process of this all start? Like maybe less than a month ago, I guess.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you decided that it's time to get a new computer and
upgrade.
You went through the whole process of building a computer from scratch and all the different things that go into that. So originally you were just going to do a pre-built upgrade, but there's just nothing that good about a pre-built that would justify not just building it yourself. So we planned your whole computer, and then you kind of got into the building of it. What was your first time like? Everyone's experience is a little bit different, but you had me on Discord to help you at least. But how was your first time with it?
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to really. I probably would have been able to do it without you, like just watching videos. But you being there was definitely better than me having to search through a bunch of videos and find the exact thing that I'm like looking for like help.
Right.
So,
because a lot of your parts are similar to mine in a sense.
Yeah, we got like the same motherboard and all that. So like all the wire placement and stuff like that was
in the same case. Those are like the two things that kind of dictate a lot of cable management: is the motherboard and the case.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't hard. The real hard part was trying to get the fucking cooler to fit. That was the hardest bit. Because
you have a AIO, and the NZXT case that we have towards the front of it is kind of tight for a 2-fan radiator. Mm-hmm. So just getting that in there correctly. I had the same problem, and I knew you were going to have that problem too. It's just a little bit tight at the front, and that held you up for a little bit.
Yeah, I spent a good 40 minutes trying to get
What was your total build time? It wasn't too bad, to be honest.
It was like... total, it was like 7 hours. It was like from 2 p.m. to like 9.
9-ish, yeah.
But we did take like an hour break to like eat and
just like get away from it for half a minute.
Yeah, because I was starting to get a little frustrated with something. Because I think the motherboard wasn't lining up correctly with the...
Right, yeah, I remember you did have that. The motherboard wasn't sitting right in the I/O panel or I/O shield.
Yeah, so I had to fucking like push it in the slot and keep it there gently while I screw like a cross pattern to try to keep it there so I can get the rest of them fucking in there. Yeah. So that was cool. And I don't have a magnetic screw. I didn't have a magnetic screwdriver, so it was kind of difficult. I had to like very gently place these tiny screws into this slot that could barely fit
in place.
Yeah, and fucking screwing it in. I don't know. It was annoying.
With the motherboard, that's like the one thing you don't want to like take any chances on, because like one scratch on it in the wrong place and the whole thing is done. So it's like you have to be careful on all corners of the whole board, because one thing could mess up everything. But yeah. I mean, you got it in there. You're all set now.
Yeah, it's working great.
Your biggest thing was you needed a new CPU and
yeah, it jumped up from an i5 to a fucking i9.
Yeah, that's a nice jump.
So yeah, I can stream a whole new plethora of games that I couldn't before, and I am so excited to start doing it.
Yeah.
So
But you've had it for it's almost a week now, just about, right?
Yeah, maybe going on a week. Yeah,
A little less than that, at least. Does it like at this point? It's kind of like the novelty of a new computer kind of is faded on us, since like this is not our first computer. It's just a new computer from the ground up. But that novelty of like, oh my god, that's my first gaming PC or whatever, it's kind of worn off. But it's still always fun. It's still like an exciting kind of project to take on, because it is a hobby. It's jaded on us as a hobby, but it's like a hobby. It's like building an RC car or model planes or whatever the fuck. It's just building a computer that you use every single day.
Building that chip that's in a bottle.
Yeah, exactly. This is a computer in a big plastic case.
Yeah,
that's the only difference.
I feel like I still have that novelty though. Like that's that excitement, because this is my first built PC.
Yeah, so that's always fun.
I can look at this and be like, I fucking built this.
I was the same exact way when I did my brother's and then mine. I was the same exact way.
I was just like, this is all working because I did it correct. Everything's plugged in right.
Yeah. You didn't have the problem that I had. Do you remember when I built my computer? I had a faulty hard drive in there, and that fucked up like the whole computer, because it was trying to get that drive to boot and it would never boot. So the BIOS time was like 2.5 minutes long, like exact the same time. I unplugged that, thing works fucking fine. I'm like, oh my god, this is such a dumb thing. It's like,
I don't remember.
It's just like it's just like it's one of those things. Like, how would you even know that that's the problem? And of course, undoing it, which like I should have done from the start, fixes the problem right away. There's just a faulty hard drive.
I had that tiny weird issue at the beginning.
That was weird.
It wouldn't let me fucking install the Windows 10 installer
onto a specific drive.
Onto any of my drives.
Yeah.
It was just so weird. And then me and Jake were fucking talking about it for like 15 minutes. And then all I did was restart the computer and try it again, and then it worked. And we're like, all right.
That's all the fix is sometimes.
I don't know. Computers are fucking weird, dude.
They're so goofy sometimes. It's just like, that's the one thing I always will say consoles, in terms of like gaming or whatever, do better than computers, is that there's no dumb, stupid problems. Like, you don't got to worry about frame rates being weird for the most part, or aspect ratios being off, or just all these weird little discrepancies that come with PC gaming compared to console gaming, because you just turn the thing on and you're playing a game. But this, it's like 1,000 different things. Like, I need my FPS counter in the corner, I need full screen, but full screen windowed or borderless or fucking whatever. So
turn down all the fucking texture qualities.
Yeah.
See what fucking, oh my god, it's not staying at 90 frames like I want it to. So what the fuck am I gonna change? Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one thing we don't have to worry about. Another thing, you want to segue? Another thing you usually don't gotta worry about. I can't speak English. Another thing you usually don't gotta worry about with console gaming is cloud saves and your saves being there, which transitions to why aren't we talking about Star Wars this week?
Because Origin fucking sucks.
It's so bad. Why don't you tell them what happened?
All right, so we've been talking about Jedi Fallen Order, right? And I was playing that on my old computer, and so I built a new one, and I download Origin, I download Jedi Fallen Order. I was gonna play my bit for the week to kind of get it up to speed, and then fucking it's just not there. I have to play it again. However many hours I already put in for this podcast, like 8 or 9 hours, something like that.
At least.
Gone. Whatever. It's not the first time that Origin has done this to me, actually. The first time, they just took away my whole account. I don't know what I did. I think someone signed in on my account and tried to use it and try to buy something, and so they shut it down. Thanks for that, I guess. I mean, but you can at least send me a recovery password thing so that I can fucking
get it back.
Get it back, because I was so close to 100%ing the game. I needed one more seed for the terrarium, dude. One more, and that was it. And then it's just gone. Whatever. Fuck it. I didn't want to fucking use it anyway, I guess.
Did you buy your copy of Fallen Order this time through Steam or through Origin?
Okay. Steam.
So
I'm not buying anything through Origin ever again.
I wonder if that has any sort of reason for why the cloud save is gone, or
Possibly.
or what. But
I mean,
it still goes through Origin though, even if you buy it on Steam. Steam is just like where the game is located, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Like, I mean, I was signed into Origin on my other computer too, like the same account I'm in right now. So it's like it's. And
It shouldn't matter.
I did look it up, and apparently Origin does have cloud saves, but I've also looked up like lost progress for Jedi Fallen Order on like the Steam like help page or whatever.
Right.
And I am not the only one that has this issue. There's so many people that are just like, what happened to like my 10 hours of gameplay that I put in and all that, and it's just gone. And people are like, it's just simple, activate cloud save or whatever, and they're like, I fucking did.
Like, they want you to enable that beforehand, or like, why is that like default if it's something you need to enable?
I don't know, dude. It should be set automatically, like Xbox.
Yeah.
Like transitioning from original Xbox like 1S to an X.
Dude,
fucking simple.
Xbox is the only platform that does it actually pretty well. I said earlier that it's easier on console, but I forgot how bad it is on others. Like Switch, for example, you lose your Switch and you want to get your data back on another Switch, fucking forget it. Like, don't even try. Your Animal Crossing save gone. Goodbye. Like, if I lost my Switch right now, I'd be in shambles. Losing 300 hours or whatever I have on Animal Crossing, or 100 hours or whatever the fuck it is, I'd be done. I'd be in shambles. It's so bad. It's like Xbox is the only one that does it right. And if you have multiple Xboxes that you go back and forth between, you just need to sign in. It takes a minute to catch up, and then you're good. They're the only ones that do it right.
Yeah, PlayStation does it really fucking weird too. If you wanna like transfer your console like information and stuff like that to the other one, you need to like plug both of them in and turn them on, and then like there's like a wire that goes from one to the other, and like it like transfers it all.
I don't
like
get it.
I think you could do it without it, but like the best and easiest way is probably that way. And I did it, but I feel real bad for the people that didn't know,
right.
And they traded in their old PlayStation,
right,
and then got a new one. They're like, well, now some of my shit's gone.
It's so frustrating.
It just feels bad.
How inconsistent it is, like across the board, right?
Yeah, and maybe they're better now. I don't know. It's been a little bit since I've bought a new PlayStation. Maybe they changed it.
I don't know.
So
anyway, so Star Wars will be back next week. Brandon should be caught up by then.
I'll play my heart out for y'all.
And then we'll continue from there. But yeah, Origin fucked us. EA, they're terrible. Origin's a terrible service. No wonder they're putting other games on Steam. No one likes using Origin. It's terrible. No one has anything good to say about it. But that's pretty much that. The only other thing we really had to talk about this week, we kind of had to scramble at the last minute and pull shit together, was Black Ops Cold War is the unconfirmed, highly leaked, everyone knows it's called Black Ops Cold War, next title into the Call of Duty franchise. It is Treyarch's turn to make a Call of Duty again. And I know more about Call of Duty Cold War than I'd say 99% of people in the world. Probably more than 99% of people in the world. And that sounds ridiculous, but the story behind it is even weirder. Brandon, I've told you about it. You know most of the story already.
Yeah.
But there is a group of people making a Modern Warfare 2 remastered mod for Black Ops. What did I say? Is it 3 or 4?
You said 3.
Black Ops 3 on PC. They're making a Modern Warfare 2 remastered mod. And they had a Discord community server. So I was like, I'll check it. I'll see where they are, see what their timeline's like and whatnot. So I joined it, look around for a little bit. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'll come back to it every now and again just to see what's what. And when this mod is out, I'll get the Black Ops version that I need, and maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe a half an hour after I joined or whatever, I get a notification on Discord just from a random user, and they're like, the new Call of Duty is pretty fun. I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, it's the beta. I have it. It's pretty cool. I was like, the beta? What are you talking about? The Call of Duty Red Door beta has been also not confirmed, but highly leaked, and everyone knows that it's called that and that it's coming out. Call of Duty Red Door, the Black Ops or Cold War beta. No, what is it called?
Red Door.
No, Red Door. But what's the game called? Oh my God, Cold War, right?
Oh yeah. Cold War.
Okay. The Cold War Red Door beta. A lot of people have already, and some guy just started messaging me about it, talking to me. I was like, okay, how is the game? He's like, it's okay. I was like, okay. And then after that, for like the next day and a half, the guy's just telling me all about the new Call of Duty. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't know if this is any confirmed shit or not. But he's just like, all right, at one point he's like, all right, I'm gonna head to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me know if you have any other questions about it. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow then. And he's just sending me screenshots of like the new guns and the new maps, none of which I'll name now or show now, obviously. But
a backpack.
There's a backpack in the game. I'm like, what the fuck is the backpack about? He goes, you'll see. I'm like, what does that mean? What am I gonna see? So, hey, big spoiler, there's a backpack in the game or some shit in the campaign, maybe. So yeah, that's interesting. And then yeah, he just sent me a bunch of screenshots and random nonsense about the game. I'm like, cool, I guess. Thanks for sharing this information, mystery man. So that was interesting. That kind of just happened out of nowhere. I remember telling you about it, and you're like, "There's no way." I think you said, "There's no way this is real."
Dude, I'm not gonna believe anything until it's official, dude. I don't know. That's just so random. Like,
and I don't blame you.
I mean, the first few he was giving you teasers.
Literally,
and, at first, he was sending you pictures with 8 pixels in them, and it was like, "Look at this gun," and it's just like, "All right, come on, get the fuck out of here." But then he sent you a picture of a map that I mean that's probably.
I don't know where he got that from. Maybe my history of Call of Duty isn't so great, and he's just like sending me old shit. But I was like,
that's definitely not a previous
cool
map.
Yeah, I don't think there's a couple that I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, those are probably the biggest thing that are like, maybe it is real.
I had no idea.
Maybe he does have some type of connection somewhere, and he's got some of this shit. I don't know, but I don't totally trust it.
I'm on the same day that this happened. There was a Xbox leak for the Call of Duty Red Door. It was just the picture of the app, and some people downloaded it, and they would try to start it and be like, nothing's here or whatever. You can't start this app or whatever. But the Call of Duty Red Door app or Red Door beta is definitely a thing, and I'm not the only one that knows about that. But this guy had it, and it showed it on his Discord that he was playing it. And
sure he was playing it.
I was like, okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. I was like, at one point I was like, I gotta ask you, why me? Why are you talking to me about this? He's like, I don't know. The people need to know.
The people.
I was like, what are you talking about?
He knows that we have this.
No way. I was like, maybe somehow, in some way, he knows about this, and he was like, I'll throw him a little bone. I was like, and I asked him, he's like, do you know me or something? He's like, no, I just messaging people. I was like, how many other people have you told about this? He's like, maybe 5 or so. Maybe 5 or so have talked this much. I've told maybe 10 people. I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, there's a group of us. We getting information early and whatnot. I was like, that's cool. And then he was telling me about the future plans for Call of Duty. I'm like, there's no way this is true. But when it is true, I would have known before everyone else.
Anything anything that you could share? Of future plans, if you
so the next studio making Call of Duty is Sledgehammer, obviously.
Okay.
And I'd have to look back and double check, but their plans are a little off the normal path for Call of Duty.
And as it has been.
Supposedly, they are working on something involving building and it being free to play. So my immediate reaction was like something mobile, and in their words, it is a mobile crossplay sort of game or something. The biggest thing I have here is Fortnite style. Take that how you will.
Please, God, don't let that be true.
It is possibly a side project of theirs. It is possibly going to be scrapped.
And mind you, take this with a grain of salt.
Take this with a massive grain of salt. Watch Star Wars The Last Jedi. Go to that planet that they're on at the very end. Lick that ground and go, salt. That's how much salt you need. That whole planet, that's how much salt you need with this. So
this is coming from some random dude.
This is coming from the most random dude. Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 mod Discord that Jake happened to fall upon.
Yeah.
So
I haven't talked to him in a couple of days. I asked them, you got any sauce in Overwatch 2? I haven't heard anything back about that. So they're playing Valorant right now, if you care. So that's interesting. But I'm looking at the maps again, and they're very interesting. They're very tiny.
They do seem kind of small.
They do seem very small.
Maybe they're going very hard on, you know how like the newest Modern Warfare has like the 4-on-4 type deal?
The 4-on-4. You mean
and like the what are they? The
gunfights, you mean?
Yeah.
Like the 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s?
Yeah, stuff like that. Maybe they're going Maybe they're going big on those. Because you don't need a big map for those.
That's potentially true.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Just a guess if they're small.
I don't think it's been do you know when the next season of Warzone is, or the next Call of Duty season? You know how every game has like seasons and shit now?
I think this just recently started.
Season 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, well, supposedly Season 5 was supposed to be the unveiling of this. If Season 5 hasn't come yet, watch out for the beginning of Season 5. Supposedly the beginning of August. That's when you'll hear shit. So I'm told. Take this with a grain of salt. Go to the salt planet, wherever that was, and go, salt. You need a lot of salt for this.
Salt. Yep. Everyone remember that.
So that was a very interesting time. I was kind of very confused as to why I was receiving this information. I'm looking at the backpack again. It's just a backpack. I don't know what the fuck this has to do with anything, but there's a backpack in Call of Duty, so
now you're hype. This guy. Now you're this guy to the people that watch
I am this guy. Brandon, the people need to know. You don't understand. The people need to know.
I don't know. Okay? Maybe you should put up a few of those really pixelated pictures of the podcast.
Should I hide them in like one small little corner during like half a minute of the podcast? Here's the backpack.
And put it in before now, so that people would have to go back and look.
That's a good idea.
People have to go back and look. Get us more watch time.
So, yeah, I don't know. It was a very interesting situation. I've always said this. People just like talking to me. I don't know why, but people I don't know just love talking to me. I've always said this, and it's always been true. People will just straight up just come up to me and just start talking to me. I don't understand why, and this is furthermore proof of that.
I don't know. Maybe the Craig profile picture.
Maybe it is Craig. You know what? We have to talk about Craig and Halo Infinite at some point. I have been playing. We have time. We're talking about it for half a minute. I've been playing so much fucking Halo, dude. Halo is so goddamn good. You know what's great? Halo 3. If you haven't played Halo 3, you are sincerely fucking up your life. You should play Halo 3. I was playing I was trying to do the par times last night at like 3 in the morning.
Why?
For achievements. I've never done that before. You put on the easiest mode and you literally just run through the level. So it's kind of fun. It's just more reason. It's just more reason for me to play Halo. That's legitimately why. But yeah, Halo Infinite looks good. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it does look good.
All right, cool.
I mean, if we're gonna be talking seriously about this,
we got a couple minutes.
Yeah, I mean, sure. People talking shit on it. they can fuck off.
It's so early. The game is probably that build was so long ago. I imagine
the people. It's like they said it was something like 4 months ago, something like that.
About it.
But people, this is why they don't show gameplay.
Yeah,
because
Xbox has to be so fucking. They have to be so perfect in these next couple months that something like this literally can't happen again. Like, they have to be so perfect in these next couple months if they want any chance. People will come down on Xbox so hard for the smallest things. They need to be so perfect.
Oh, those clouds were popping in when he was going up the elevator.
They needed to slap a big early build sign on that fucking demo or something. They need to be so perfect in these next couple months. Because something like that'll give every reason for every fucking whatever fanboy to be like, oh, this shit sucks, fuck it, I'm out. Like, they need to be so perfect. And this cannot happen again.
There's already those Sony fanboys in the Xbox chat when that was
going
up. And they're like,
let them have any ground. You can't let them have any ground.
The stream just starts PS5 wins. PS5 wins the whatever. It's fuck off. It's just Halo. Come on, it looks so good. You can't watch that and be like, this is shitty. As soon as he fucking walks out and you hear the fucking shield charge, it's like, oh.
If that was the final game, that'd be one thing. Because I love these comparisons of, oh, look at what Last of Us 2 is doing on PlayStation 4, and look at this Halo trailer. This is way better. You're comparing like apples to like an orange tree. Not even the orange itself. You're comparing apples to an orange tree. The orange is not even fully developed yet. You cannot make that comparison. It's so like the Xbox literally has to be so perfect. They need no fucking gaps in anything. They need to be precise in everything that they do.
You also can't compare 343 to fucking Naughty Dog.
No. Completely different.
Can't.
Their mindsets are in completely different places. One game is fun, and the other is watching a movie.
Yeah,
that was a zinger.
And fucking every Naughty Dog game is a fucking spectacle of
cinematic
graphic achievement.
Yes.
All those games are fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
You can't go to something in space with fucking elites and grunts throwing people that have grenades in their, or throwing the grunts that have grenades in their hands at your guy that melees them and blows them up. All right, that's you can't, you just can't. So fucking take Halo
for what it
is. Just take it as it is right now. Watch the trailer they put out after the fucking conference.
They should have just shown that. They should have just shown that. It doesn't make any sense.
It had all the new lighting. At least
lighting
way
up better.
To this point. It did look better. They should have either just showed that, or showed it right after the gameplay and be like, "This is a newer build."
Something. They should have done something.
Something like that. But seriously, you can't fucking compare 343 to some top tier fucking company like Naughty Dog or something else. Because 343 is big, but they're not big. You know,
they're not even trying to make the same game though. It's just completely different fields. But I love how for the rest of the conference too, everything else after that is not relevant because there wasn't any gameplay of it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense how anything that people want and then Xbox does that, they're always hammered for. It's they have no first party story based games or exclusives or whatever, and they go, oh, here's Fable. Here's Avowed. Here's
Psychonauts.
Here's Psychonauts 2. Even though that's not exclusive, but still. Here's...
It's not exclusive? I thought it was.
No, it's on everything. They own the studio. Yeah, they did, but they already had done Kickstarter shit. So
fair.
They have to deliver on all that.
Yep.
But still, here's Forza. Here's what else am I thinking of? The soon to come whatever that the other studio
Obsidian,
game is making.
Avowed.
No, the other one. The Initiative, whatever they're making. The Grounded, that's coming out today. Gunk, whatever. All these different things. Here's all these different things. The Medium. Oh, there's no gameplay of them. Those don't count. It's just it doesn't make any sense. It's everything that they do is not good enough. It's just, it's so goofy.
I mean, it's good enough for us. The fucking Xbox.
Because all those games we already are going to have those games for $15 a month. Like, we don't have to worry about finding those funds later. We just need to worry about $15 for the rest of however long Game Pass is going to be around. $15 a month. That's all we need to worry about. And it's only $10 a month if you're only doing it on PC or Xbox. We do both, so it's $15 a month.
Have you heard they're possibly getting rid of like Xbox Live payments?
I have heard that. I've heard like rumblings of that. I don't know how true that's going to be.
And
we'll have to
think
see,
they
I
might.
guess.
Because Game Pass is about to be fucking legit. I
Do you
mean,
know
it's
how-
legit now.
Do you know how much fucking money they make from Game Pass alone? It
They
is
probably make more
absurd. It's
than
crazy.
Xbox Live itself.
So here's the thing. Xbox Live, the bundle that we have, Xbox Live is included in Game Pass.
Yep.
So would that mean Game Pass gets cheaper in turn, or is it going to be the same?
It'd be
That's
cheaper.
what you would think, but this
Yeah.
be like, yeah, we're just going to keep it the same rate or something. But if you've looked, I saw what brought this up was their recent games with gold games have been kind of lackluster. And I think that may have been because they're trying to phase out Xbox Live, potentially, so they're not like, oh, get more people in to get the games with gold games. They're kind of just like, here's some games with gold games. They're nothing crazy, but they're games
You can
at
still
least.
have them since you're basically paying for them.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see if they cancel Xbox Live. We'll have to see. Because they honestly could, because Game Pass just makes so much fucking money for them and the developers in turn. But yeah. Xbox, you know what I'm saying?
Xbox. I've always found them better than PlayStation.
Yeah, I liked their presentation, but for some people it's just not good enough.
Yeah, it's never going to be good enough, and we should accept that.
Anything else? I think we've hit on all of our random topics that we kind of had.
Yeah.
We should be back with Jedi Fallen Order next week. Brandon apologizes for his crucial mistake of building a new
trying
computer.
to get a new computer. I'm sorry. Never happen again.
That's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Brandon, where can people find you? As per usual.
Link will be down in the description to my Twitch channel, The Wolf. Since I built my new computer, I'll be streaming a wider variety of games. So make sure to stop by, follow, subscribe maybe. Just hang out.
As for me, MLGJG on pretty much everything. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you know the drill. It'll be all in the description down below, just like everything else. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
See ya.